Welcome to Bioli. How are you?
I remember that I was afraid to.
I don't know what you sold, but I know what I sold.
Okay, now is the moment, David, that you need to start talking.
When you look at the map of Georgia, Hashuri is right in the center of it.
This like open hands from US people, like, okay, we want to be friends with you.
What kind of AI do you think we're going to have in like five years?
Definitely it will come to something that is extraordinary.
Thank you for your time, my
Thanks a
friend.
lot. Thank
It was great talking to you. So, welcome to Bioli. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks a lot. Nice weather.
Yes, I know. It's today is what November 12th, and
Yes.
it's supposed to be snow and freezing, and
Yeah.
it's something's wrong with the weather. Like
Plus 20 degrees of Celsius.
exactly. So it's something's wrong with the world, I guess. Welcome to Bioli. Bioli is like the only wellness resort here in Georgia. And the person who created Ramaz Bluashvili, his idea is to actually create Georgian wellness concept in the future. So this is a serenity, this is calm, this is wellness, this is health, fresh air, everything. So I always like to bring my guests up here and do the interviews probably because that's probably the best place to do it.
Yeah, amazing place. Especially llamas are walking. So.
Yeah, actually, they're alpacas.
Alpacas,
It's so funny. What really is interesting, normally we never had alpacas or llamas in Georgia,
No.
but for some reason everyone knows llamas. Llamas are like, llamas have a bigger PR campaign, I guess, than alpacas.
Than alpacas.
So it's just many times people come here, oh, this is llamas. I go, no, it's alpaca. I go,
Alpaca,
yeah, I know, it's llama. I'm like, okay, it's llama. Yeah. So probably they're like close
But
cousins.
it's very
or something.
calm. It's amazing. And I was talking to my dad, like, I love to come here, with my guests or to enjoy this calmness, amazing view, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's a special place. So let's start our interview. It's not really an interview, we just talk. I like it the way, we never edit it, we never cut it, it's just fun.
Cool.
And fun conversation. And based on your small autobiography you sent me recently, you were born in a town of Hashuri, which is, when you look at the map of Georgia, Hashuri is right in the center of the country.
Belly button of Georgia.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And so, how did the life that started in Hashuri progress, and how did you end up here in Tbilisi?
Yeah, so when I was born there, but when I was 2 years old, my parents moved to Tbilisi because my mom, she was in the university, so my dad was always traveling from Tbilisi to back, and so it was like, and all of the, it was a very interesting time. It's 88, so Soviet Union is crashing, we have a wars, and a couple of them in the country, and the no food, no job, no electricity, no water. So it was a really tough time. And they moved here to Tbilisi because all of the economy was growing here, and plus the education, of course. And then they stayed, and I grew up in Tbilisi. Even though I was born in the belly button of Georgia.
It's a good name, we should keep it.
Yeah. And then I remember that childhood was pretty tough because of the obvious reasons of some empire was, crushing and another country was growing, so it was tough, but it was interesting.
And it takes me right to the next question. You and I, we are like 12 years apart. I was born in 76. And when horrible 90s hit, I was already a student.
Yep.
You were in school.
Yep.
And to me, it's very interesting. How did those horrible years, that incredibly bad situation that was going on here in our city and in the country, actually, and actually in the region,
Yep.
how did those years shape you as a professional and a human being?
I think I don't remember who exactly, but I remember this phrase that tough time create tough people, strong people create easy times create weak people
Right.
people create.
I think the Sheikh of Dubai said
this.
something like that, yeah.
Maybe I'm misphrasing, but actually that's completely true. I agree with it. When there is a tough time, you're becoming stronger because you have
Right.
to survive. So survival instinct in the human psychology is the strongest one. So I was trying my best to survive, and I think it shaped me a lot from many perspectives, but I think it's for the good because you're becoming creative.
Yeah.
you are becoming stronger. You know how to survive. You know how to avoid things that are dangerous. So I think it shaped me in a good way, but also psychologically it has been
It's a burden, yes.
damages in our psychology which will last forever because it's impossible to.
Yeah, you're right. I tell young children who are starting to learn, television and
Yep.
video and those times we didn't have any computers, so we had to come up with effects, and we spent time and push our creative mind to the limit to get to the. Today they don't have anything to do. They just put the button and everything's right there. So yeah, you're right. And so I remember in your biography, I read one very funny thing that you were in a German school in Nutsubice Plateau, number 4, right? It was a regular school. It was just forced German language, but it's a regular school.
Yeah.
And then you switched to ESM from there.
Yeah.
And then what I liked when you wrote is, like, I found out that at ESM, kids were competing in education, not with the guns.
Yeah.
And so I like that one. And it really relates what I remember because, education was neglected then. Everyone was holding guns, and it was a war, crazy. So how did that switch affected you? And how did it create new David?
Yeah, definitely. The couple of things that I remembered now after you said about the computers.
Right.
I remember that me and my friend who was sitting on the same bench in school in the Nutsubice Plateau, we draw a keyboard of the computer basically
On a desk?
on the bench itself, and we were like, wow, inventing that we were doing something. I don't know. We've been working on NASA something. Second thing I remember, it was like there is a movie 13 block, or what is the name? The movie, Hollywood movie, is about when there is a block.
Right.
Where police is not unable to go and all the criminal stuff is happening. Yeah, that was a bit similar.
Pretty much the same.
A bit similar. It was really. I remember that. The school was a public school, and I was walking there each day. There was no transport. We were living near. But I remember that I was afraid to especially to come back because in the morning all the criminals, they were sleeping.
Busy.
Sleeping, and to come back I was really afraid. And that was like a survival game. I was like all the time like a spy, looking from the corner.
Yeah, I remember
if
that
someone
time.
is there and so on. But then we changed the home, so we moved from the plateau, and we switched the school for me. And ESM those years, this was not ESM, this was ESM Lyceum, so-called, which was, I think, one of the first private schools and one of the best on those years. And for me, it was a bit shocking because, so it was the last year of the secondary school and 11th grade. And for me, it was like, wow, is it possible that everyone needs to actually compete because we had the ratings each month, and the kids like really, compete each other, but with the education and for me that was mind blowing. I remember still, that's why I wrote it in my autobiography, that it was mind blowing. How is it possible so this is normal,
Right.
not that one,
Exactly.
And then this has changed in me a lot, and then not also this like environment, but itself the way of understanding that education could be good, and that like really trying to do something and trying to understand the world from the different angles. Yeah, that could be okay and good.
And of course, ESM first. And what else was the trigger of your inspiration? What drove you out of those horrible times and kind of gave you strength to keep going?
That was after my first university year. I went to Germany. That was my first time alone. I was 18 years old. I went there for the work camps. So we were working half day, and this was program funded by EU, and you would be provided with the shelter and the food.
Right.
And that definitely shaped me a lot. I think maybe 60-70% of what I am now is from there, because I remember that first time, so there was no booking.com, there was no many things, there was mobile phones, but we did not have any roaming and internet in roaming, so
Right.
it was unable to like send a message or something like this. So I remember we landed in Frankfurt. I remember I bought a special card in order to put it into the public phone to be able to call my mom. And I remember when I called her, it was early in the morning, I think, and she woke up. I was calling on the landline, and I was speaking very, very quiet. And my mom is asking, "Why are you speaking so quiet?" And I said, "It's so quiet in here, Mom, in the airport, that no one is that loud, so I'm speaking quietly." And after this was the first like touch, but after that, to see like 12 nationalities around you with the different attitude, different thoughts, but same time similar children like you are,
Right.
in age of 18, and communicating with them. I knew German, so idea of the camp was that it should have been German language camp. But when I landed and when I arrived there, it appeared that not all of them knew German, so it automatically switched to the English speaking.
yeah.
But I could understand English because of my really love into tech and PC and computers since 9 years old. But I could not talk because my first foreign language was German. And then there I switched to talk like fluently, because I remember when I come back, I was like fluent English and speaking English.
Nice.
Let's say. So yeah, that shaped me a lot, I think.
And you came back, and your first job was in sales, as a salesperson, right? See, I can relate to that because I don't know what you sold, but I know what I sold.
Okay.
And I just wrote a book, and some of my friends, when they read it, we didn't know this about you. I said, well, yeah, you didn't. I sold magic at the Universal Studios, Florida.
Okay.
No, I'm not kidding. I was working as a magician, even though I hate magic. I mean, if my friends, I have lots of magician friends right now, and they hear that, they're gonna, they know I hate. And so I would do magic tricks and sell them at one of the biggest and most popular theme parks in the world. And I don't know the type of people who love sales. I hate sales. I really do. I'm not even remotely close to that. What kind of salesperson were you?
Oh, I was also terrible salesperson. We have this similarity. I was selling the credit cards and the loans.
Okay, that's even worse.
Nothing better than you, believe me. But yeah, that was a big experience because it was my first job. I was in uni, still third year, and it was now it's one of the biggest banks. So it was a very big experience. I remember that we had this the job interview. So many young people were there. we went, and there was two steps of the interview. So one was the group interview, and the second one was the individual interview. And on the group interview, I'm sitting, I'm very shy, I don't know what to do, and the interviewers were also very young, and the bank was creating this outdoor sales unit those years. And they said, okay, they told us some topic, I don't remember now, and they said, okay, start discussion. And I was like, so all my childhood years, I was either conferencier or telling the poems or standing on the stage. So talking for me is normal, but I was very shy. And I was like, okay, now is the moment, David, that you need to start talking. Use your force.
Exactly.
Because that's, I don't remember when I spoke, but yeah, they got me. So.
And then, as you said, you loved the computers since you were 9, and then you switched to IT, right? You entered IT world, and it's your profession. And what does IT mean for you? I mean, a lot of people know there's this Russian ITshnik, right? And so like every company has this ITshnik, the guy who deals with IT, and I don't know if you heard of, if you've seen this British sitcom, the IT Crowd.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's the best portrayal of IT people.
80% is true.
Exactly. So, and yeah, if you haven't seen this, you have to watch that. But going back to IT, how was the environment then in Georgia for IT people?
No, I think amazing. I started, 2009-10, I started actively to be involved into that. So I finished my uni in 2009. And I started immediately. I tried other jobs as well. I tried the job with the distribution of the products and so on. But I said, no, guys, that's not for me, because I was always very curious. And I think curiosity is one of the engineers' driving force. If you're very curious, you are really digging deeply into that. And since 9 years old, when I first saw computers, I was really curious about computers. Because I remember I was asking my dad, we used to have a floppy disks those years. And I was asking, he was taking me to the dentist. I exactly remember the moment. And I asked my dad, where does the information go after it is deleted on the floppy disk? Obviously, I didn't understand how it was working, and I understand that the process and the physics. But I remember he's also an engineer, and he was like stunned. He couldn't. I mean, I don't know. It's erased. It's disappeared. Something like this. And this was kind of curiosity. And IT field those years was starting to develop in Georgia, basically. I was part of the government agency, which was developing digitally a lot. And we were developing governmental ministries, agencies, parliament, and so on and so on. So it was like a really, really big experience. And I think I learned a lot. And I love IT guys, I love engineers still, because I think they are really simple, engines.
Cool people.
With the bird. You can talk to them easily without
And so, now, of course, today, IT is a totally different world, and it has, and we're gonna talk about it later on. Cecilia, your daughter. Tell me about David before Cecilia and David after Cecilia.
Wow, that's a good question. David before Cecilia was a racing driver, extremely curious about the things and changing a lot and trying a lot. And after Cecilia, David became the businessman. Because when she was born in 2016, I started my first business. So basically, it's really tightly tied with my business experience and Cecilia's age. So it's basically the same.
It's funny you said your first business. I've heard that you started your first business with no capital investment.
Yes.
Pretty much with nothing.
With nothing, yeah. That's
How?
That's true. We share 100 lari, which was the amount to start the LLC in Georgia, and thanks to public service, that was doable in one day. And I was part of the public service hall project as well, and I'm proud of it, and I think it's an amazing project. And so me and my partner those years, so we knew each other from the job. We were not the friends. And we were like, okay, meeting in the work environment again, talking, let's do this, do that, two idiots with ideas, I call it. And then we came up with this amazing idea, because those years Facebook has no live or any social media has no live feature, live video feature. And we said, it could be so amazing if you have some kind of application and you can go live anywhere in the world, and something like this. And then we started with this, we tried, and then we said, okay, let's do this, let's do and then we found it. We had, we had no money. I mean, we both were working, but the capital needed to do a lot of things. We had none, but we had the experience, we had the curiosity, we had the passion, we had our heads and the hands, and we balanced each other. Georgi, who was my partner those years, he was an amazing engineer, and I was good with communication and languages and everything. So we combined these two skill sets, and then we grow. Yeah,
that's good. And you describe sometimes yourself as an emotional person.
Yes.
Is that helping, or sometimes it's an obstacle?
Well, I would say that it's helping in terms of emotional intelligence. So emotional people can sense the environment very good, but sometimes it's an obstacle. For example, sometimes even though I think I have very good communication skills, sometimes I'm still struggling to start the communication because of the emotional nature of it.
Interesting.
But when I'm starting, I couldn't stop.
Okay.
So basically, it's both of the sides, I think.
All right, that's a great way to say it. Let's talk about where we met.
Yeah.
And how we met.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. It was this year, actually, May.
Yes, May.
And best part is we were on a Select USA conference.
Yes.
It's largest investment complex conference in the United States. There was a lot of people there, and you and I, we have a mutual friend.
Yeah, we need to mention him.
Yes, of course. And so David Gogichaishvili, who is Dato Gogichaishvili, who's well known to everyone. He actually didn't know we were meeting, but he pretty much introduced us because we found remotely in Washington. And so we kind of hit it up talking about him and our friendship to him, and we became quick friends. And that's how everything started. And my question is, Select USA is the largest investment conference in the United States, and it's all about investment, and it's an international conference, it's all about relationships and everything.
Yes.
How important do you think is relationship between the United States and Georgia today and in the future?
I think it's extremely important, because from 90s, like from the years of presidency of Edward Shevardnadze, I think that friendship is lasting from so long, and I think that's extremely important. And even in US, you remember we met there, many people, and these were not like really only regular people, but also on the high position. And they have this position as well, like US wants to be friends with you.
Exactly.
And I think that's a brilliant thing, because we are tolerant, open as a nation.
As a nation.
We love everyone, and I don't think that we are closing the doors on someone who wants to be friends.
To me, it's not just friendship, and what I want to ask you, we are a small country, but how can you see the friendship of big America and the small Georgia?
we all have big friends.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
Some people are larger, some people are smaller. I mean,
Some people are influential, yeah.
nobody shaming here, but this is true, and we still have. I don't know. I have friends who are kids,
Right.
and I love to hang out with them because I think that's important, you know. And I don't think. I think it's about the matter of the bigger picture.
Right.
Which I'm not going to go now because it's not my job and not my business to
Right.
discuss. But what I think is that what I saw, and I've been to the US before, and that was my first official, let's say, visit. We were together with the
Right.
ambassador, and the businesses there, and way bigger businesses than me.
Exactly.
And that was my first experience, and we had the meetings in White House, so that was really a lot. But this attitude and this openness and this like open hands from US people, like, okay, we want to be friends with you, I think talks about itself, you know. That's what I saw.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Let's see next year. I hope that will have.
Are you going next year?
I'm planning to.
I might come too.
Yeah. Why not?
We already have friends. Yeah, why not? And
This is always a good idea.
yes, of course. Well, yeah. Let's go back to IT world, but from a different perspective right now. AI.
Oh.
AI for regular people
Yeah.
and AI for someone like you is a different conception here, right? Right? And so, first of all, before we go deep, if you had a situation where you have someone who has no idea about computers and everything, but have heard everything, a lot about AI, and she or he asks you, what exactly is AI? How would you describe it?
It's a smart computer. If to someone who don't really understand.
Right.
If someone understands it, it's an algorithm. It's a really clever algorithm that can develop itself. If we go even deeper, I think it's a breakthrough. It's a big breakthrough. And I think it will change our lives.
You just said the computer algorithm that can develop itself.
Yes.
That's where my question is, because lots of people, and I had conversation with many people, especially young people, most of them, they still think it's a little advanced than Google, it searches internet and things like that, which I, of course, don't agree, but it's very hard to explain why it's different, and also, what do you think, what kind of AI do you think we're going to have in like five years?
I think we will be able to see, feel, and touch that kind of AI. Most probably, this will be part of our daily life, because even with, for example, what I always try to do, I always try to look at my daughter, how she behaves, what she does, and then try to analyze that. And what she currently does is that she's not using keyboard anymore. If she wants to write something, she's using the microphone and just telling to the device what she wants to type in. So this verbal communication will take over on everything because it's easier for us.
Yeah.
Visual, robots. We want it or not, we are afraid or not, this is coming, and this is coming in residential, so we will have them at home. We are having them less clever robots at home now. Even our dishwasher is the robot at some point, but we will have connection of the physical robots and the artificial intelligence mind. And I think we will feel them and touch them. For next 20 years, I think we will have the generation which will not know how to use the keyboard, definitely.
Do you think AI will ever develop consciousness?
Yeah, it's consciousness of some point. I mean, it's the kind, it depends. I mean, we can find among 8 billion people that are living on this earth,
Right.
very different kind of consciousnesses, right?
Yes.
Like, we all are unique. On certain point, this is also consciousness, but of smaller age if we compare with the human. But definitely, we see the development of this technology is so fast that definitely it will come to something that is extraordinary.
So based on what you just said, see right now AI is a larger language model. It's basically gets trained by humans. Like when I use GPT, you use GPT, it learns more, and right? Well, if it develops consciousness, and you say it might, and a lot of people they do, see, then someone like evil, like Vladimir Putin type of people, when they talk to it and when they train it, we might get into big trouble in terms of having Putin-minded AI.
Yeah, but I agree. But it's like when you are going on the Mars, you might die on the way many times.
Yeah, well, the risk is there.
But you are still doing that, right?
Exactly.
This is one. Second, if, for example, I don't know, some evil guy and kindest guy in the world will sit together in the rocket and we send them to the Mars, same will happen, right? They might die or they might survive.
I agree.
So I don't think that we need to get rid of the technology.
No, I'm not against or anything.
I know. I'm
Right.
being extreme now because it's obvious. We have a nuclear weapon on this world.
Right.
We have so many things that is very dangerous, and potentially evil people are also using or trying to use it.
Yes, and I agree, and of course I'm not against. I'm pro-technological advances and everything. The difference is, even the nuclear weapon is waiting, sitting somewhere in the bomb silo, waiting for some idiot to push the button. Yeah. Well, the difference between that and AI, it might not wait for anyone.
Yeah.
So before you answer, my question is, how are we ready, the mankind?
No.
Yeah, that's.
but listen, we are never ready. If you look at the biggest breakthroughs, iPhone.
Right.
Were we ready for iPhone? No, never. But some guy who had a vision said that, okay, you need that. And I'm sure that you need that. And then we need that, right? I think that the brilliance of the technology and the development itself is that we as a humans, and based on our DNA, we are afraid of anything that we don't know.
I agree.
So that's
and
very
so
natural.
that brings me back to the question, should we educate young people how to communicate with AI, how to deal with AI? I mean, should it be like a lessons at school?
Yes.
Because right now, there's none. Right now, your daughter is learning AI herself, like talking to GPT or things like that.
Way, yes.
And so should it be like a special programs or something? Because as you said, we have no idea. It's uncharted territory.
Yes.
We have no idea where we're going. But I think we should use all the experience we gathered so far to kind of be more careful and envision a little bit more what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, and for that I think it's very good to have many generations in the same room, because all of our generations, we have different experiences.
Right.
My daughter doesn't believe that I'm older than Google and that I was born before the mobile phones. But my father, for example, when he's telling his story, he said that, okay, if we saw the big truck, we were all so happy because we never saw them, you know? So way further we go, we will have the different stories. But what I want to say is that I'm like 110% sure that in age of Napoleon Bonaparte, they were like never imagined that we will be here.
Oh, of course.
And they will never care if we're gonna kill ourselves or not, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like, that's...
As much as we try to warn them,
no, that's right.
They have to go through it.
It's funny when you say, never imagined it, you know, we had these tales in Georgia when we were kids. They were, you know, there was like old, ancient Georgian tales that has no authors or anything. And one of the things in those fairy tales was a magic mirror. Remember Jadosnuri Sarkar? It would look and you talk to someone else.
Smartphone.
Exactly.
Video calling is the same.
You know, it's so interesting sometimes when you go into history and you find these little phrases or artifacts or everything that are related very much so to what we have today.
Yeah, I think if we look at generally on the people and on our development as a humans, we need readiness for many things. And this was always, before it was books, then it was movies, cinemas. Now it's in different shape. It's a social media influence, and everything is preparing the humans for some big breakthroughs. And I think what Elon is doing now with these big dreams and these big ideas that he wants to try, these all he was reading in the scientific books.
Yes, exactly.
Books. You know, so we cannot invent something because we are still like species, you know.
And my last question, what kind of world do you want Cecilia to live in like 30 years?
I have this joke that I'm always joking. I said that at the point when humans are becoming the like home sitters with the glasses, and food is delivering to you and you work remotely and everything, where we are currently going to, as far as I see, I'm going to be a shepherd, you know, and to be in the mountains and to be with the sheep and the cows and to enjoy the nature. Me personally, I would love her to be part of nature, to be with the nature, this Bioli environment, you know, because I think we belong there. Even though, yes, we are doing amazing things, we as a humans, we belong to nature. And I think this connection needs to, you cannot lose it, because at the end you are becoming the nature.
Especially now.
Especially now, yeah. And I need to mention that this human-to-human interaction is coming back again. Because I saw a couple of very big cities, they're making events which is called like a no phones, no communication events, and they just gather, they just leave the phones in the boxes and all means of communication, they start to communicate, the people, because we need each other, this kind of touch.
We need each other, and at the end I would say also, I tell children, you know, we have children right now, they're living next to each other and they're talking through their phones.
Yes.
You know, put the phone down, open the door, shake someone else's hand, and just walk.
I'm really proud that if Cecilia has some child around her, she's not using phone. She's playing.
That's great.
She loves to do it.
That's very important.
I'm really proud with it. But on the opposite, of course, I don't think that we need to limit the children the technology.
No, of course
completely. Not. She has some limits on her phone, but yes, I encourage her to, because these will be like one of the key skills.
Yeah.
And as we started our conversation, this curiosity in the tech shaped me a lot during my lifetime, you know. So I think we need to be friends with tech. At the same time, I think we need to understand it very good.
We need to stay humans too.
Yeah, because we are creators, not they created us.
Yes, hopefully we stay that way.
That's it.
Thank you for your time, my friend. It was great talking to you.